you represent an alt-right movement that attacks.
But I'm not alt-right.
What
you're wearing right now represents all of the disgusting racism and bigotry that's growing.
So would it be different if I wore a shirt that said it's okay to be black?
It's the same.
Am I not allowed to be?
What you're wearing is the same thing that fascists wore marching through Charlottesville.
But we're not fascists.
Here hanging out with Tommy Robinson, one of the main representatives of the far right across Europe. You want to go and defend people that attack people that organize rallies to attack minorities. Yeah, no, you guys are fucked.
You do realise that Tommy Robinson left the EDL because he saw the rise of the far right within it and he condemned them.
You do realise it's a progressive tactic to still promote Islamophobia. Like, it's still a tactic.
You guys are still Islamophobes and racist.
Just please leave campus.
Why should we move away? Why should we move away?
Because we don't want you on our campus.
Well, that's okay. Well, we have the freedom of speech. We have freedom of movement.
However.
Yeah, that's okay. You're perfect. You're perfectly fine to be criticising us.
Students on this campus.
No.
No. Also.
Can I just say something? We're from Australian News Network, and we're interested to hear. We're interested to hear.
But hold on. Sorry. Can I just ask a quick question? Why are we not allowed here?
No, it's not that you're not allowed here. It's what you represent is disgusting.
What? Is it, what? That it's not okay to be white?
You can come on this campus, but we're
Hey, I hate racism. I hate racism.
Oh, you hate racism?
I do.
People that you associate with
handing out that exact same message
people
on
who
our
are denying the Holocaust ever happened.
The Holocaust happened.
Yeah, well, the people.
Oh, go for it. We're allowed to be here.
People on our campus were handing out leaflets that said it's okay to be white, and they said
So, well, they don't represent us.
So you're not allowed to be on here if you're spreading hate speech and standing.
But this isn't hate speech. It's just saying that it's okay to be white.
What is hate speech?
How's it hate speech? It's just saying that it's okay. Should I not be?
You're a racist dog.
How are we racist? We've come here to ask questions about the leadership spill.
What are the questions that you're asking?
We were going to ask about the young people's opinions on the outcome of the leadership spill. And what do you think about Scott Morrison? What do you think about who he is?
I think they're all fucked.
They're all fucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what we've established here is that it's apparently racist to say it's okay to be white. Is that
this T-shirt represents, mate?
This T-shirt
represents an online movement of people who would attack and hate minorities.
But I don't hate minorities.
You know what people who were marching in Charlottesville said? They also said it's okay to be white.
You mean the group of 20 or so white supremacists that were condemned by the
last
literally
year
drove down and martyred someone. That's the people that you stand by side with when you fucking wear shit like that.
No, I just wear this because I say it's okay to be white. It's okay to be myself. Do you think it's not okay for you?
This is bullshit. It's literally a dog whistle. You guys know what you represent. You guys know who you march with. You guys know who you associate yourselves with. This is all bullshit. You're a bunch of racist fuckheads.
How? Give me one piece of evidence that I'm a racist.
Get upset about talking about free speech. We're allowed to use our free speech to call out.
Of course you can, and you're using your free speech.
Yeah,
of course you can.
We'll continue to live.
That's why you didn't get elected.
Be regulated like do they need to be regulated?
Marco Rubio the snake. Little frat boy here.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Who are you, man?
Yeah,
Who's
sure.
this guy? I swear to God, I don't
You
know
better
who
hope
you
you
are,
get
man.
deplatforming. Tens of millions of views.
Infowars.
Bigger than Rush Limbaugh. He knows who Infowars is. Playing this joke over here. That's why the deplatforming didn't work.
But here's the question. Here's a question.
Hey, don't touch me again, man. I'm asking you not to touch me.
Well, sure, I just patted you nicely.
I know, but I don't want to be. I don't know.
Oh, you want me to get
man.
arrested?
I don't know who you are.
It's not just going to take my
You're not
First
gonna get arrested,
Amendment.
man. You're
It's
not
not just
gonna
enough
get
to take my
arrested.
First
I'll take care of
Amendment.
myself.
Oh, he'll beat me up.
I didn't say that.
I know I am, but he's so mad. You're not going to silence me. You're not going to silence America.
But there are people.
You are literally like a little gangster thug.
There are people in this country.
Rubio just threatened to physically take care of me.
There are people who
Look at
feel
that.
that they're being
We already got rid of my First Amendment.
silenced. They feel like
He tells you China's the problem, which it is, but they're taking our free speech right now.
Social media platforms, Facebook.
There goes Rubio.
Twitter.
I mean, one thing is to say we're going to go after foreign interference designed to so and so.
But it's already going on here.
Another thing is to
The
say
Democrats
we're
are
going to
raping
go
the
after free
Republicans.
speech. Because at some point someone
The
has to make a
Democrats are raping
determination. What's the
Infowars.
difference between, misinformation from abroad and differences of opinion within the United States?
and that's happening
a very
here.
fine line, and that's something we need to be careful about. We don't overreach in that direction.
But then he doesn't know about
So these
Infowars being
companies
banned. He doesn't know about the
have to be
top
very
news story in the
careful
country.
about how they, not just how they apply that within the United States,
Infowars.com
but they don't become
better than
agents
ever.
of authoritarian regimes abroad to crack down on free speech. Because
I wonder why Rubio got so mad at me and threatened me
there's
physically.
a balance between what is free speech and what people disagree on.
Poor Rubio.
I'm sorry, we gotta go.
Yeah, man, I gotta go to the committee.
Exactly.
You guys can talk to this clown.
Oh, yeah. Look at this little frat boy. So cool. Go back to your bathhouse. Compromise at the bathhouses. There goes Rubio, a little.
So if Russia had 100,000 troops on our border, I mean, that would be an act of war, a profound provocation. What would be the rational response to that if you really felt the threat was that profound? If you were president, how would you respond to that?
Well, Tucker, I understood that I was coming on your show tonight to talk about the case involving my client.
Well, I didn't tell you that, and I'm happy to talk about the case. But I just played you a clip.
Tucker, you got to stop. Tucker, you got to stop interrupting me, okay? Because one of the conditions of me coming on tonight was that you were not going to do what you do routinely to guests, which is talk over them and interrupt them. So just let me finish with my answer, okay? Let me finish with my answer.
I said I'd give you a fair interview. I actually don't have an interest in squabbling with you at all or name calling. I've done a lot of that to you, and you've
right,
done
but not
to me.
No, but not to my face.
I could, but what's the point? I want to take you seriously. I'm serious.
Okay.
So I just played a clip of what you said at a rally. You're traveling to states because you want to influence policy direction.
Correct.
I don't think it's unfair to ask you about something that you said.
What's the question?
And the question, let me restate it, is you said that Russia has done something that is equivalent to putting 100,000 troops on our border. That's an act of war.
Correct.
And I wonder two things. One, what you would do as president if that happened under your watch. And two, what do you think Russia thinks watching public figures like you say that we're at war with Russia? What effect do you think that has?
Well, first of all, there's no question that Russia interfered with the 2016 election in a very serious way. The only question is, what was the involvement in Donald Trump or by Donald Trump and his cronies in the process? Okay. And that's what Bob Mueller's in the process of getting to the bottom of.
But how should we as a country respond?
There you go, interrupting me again. Okay. So how should we respond?
Yes, I asked you 3 times.
We should respond with the absolute force of the law. We should be doing everything in our power to bring those individuals to justice, those individuals that are also in Russia. And let me tell you what we should not be doing. We should not be standing shoulder to shoulder with Vladimir Putin and choosing Russia over the hardworking men and women of the intelligence community that risk their lives for this country. So the president has sold out the United States for the benefit of Putin.
The administration announced today a new round of even tougher sanctions against Russia. Do you support that?
I think it's a start, but I don't think it's
what would be the end?
I don't think it's a step in the right direction. I don't think the president has shown any leadership relating
sanctions
to Vladimir,
are not a step in the right direction?
No, I said it's a step, but it's not enough. Okay. I believe that President Trump should demand the extradition of each and every individual in Russia that Bob Mueller and others believe were responsible for the election meddling in 2016.
Okay, so I think a number of people have been charged. Okay, that's a start.
I think that's a
but
start.
what's I mean, if you really believe that it's the same as 100,000, what I'm saying is you're using reckless rhetoric on a subject you don't really understand that increases the temperature between the United States and a nuclear-armed adversary. Is that a responsible thing to do?
I think under the circumstances, I stand by my words, and I think for you to lecture...
That it's 100,000 troops on the border?
I think for you to lecture me about reckless rhetoric is rather ironic, Tucker, in light of some of the reckless rhetoric that you engage in each and every day on this show.
Reckless rhetoric, okay. So you've said that you are a civil libertarian, in effect. You're a libertarian on sex questions. And that's fine with me. Does it bother you that the Obama administration authorized spying on American citizens connected to a rival presidential campaign?
Well, first of all, I don't think it's been established that that occurred, number one.
That Carter Page was spied on?
I don't believe that that's been established, number one, that in fact President Obama authorized
his administration authorized
Are you going to interrupt me for the entire segment?
I'm
or just
clarifying because I don't think you understand the question.
No, I do.
The Obama administration authorized spying on an American citizen connected to the Trump campaign. Does that bother you at all?
First of all, I don't think that's been established. If it was established, of course it would bother me. Are we going to get to the facts of my client's case?
Yeah,
are we
let me just ask you one last real adult question first,
okay,
because you're traveling around the country as a commentator on politics, and I'm interested to know what you think. I don't think that's illegitimate. So it has not been established that Carter Page was spied on? Is that what you're saying?
How many times are you going to ask me the same question? I've already stated that in my view, I don't believe that President Obama has been shown to have authorized the spying, quote unquote.
The Obama administration. Why dodge the question? Look, you traveled here with policy advisors who've worked on other campaigns to the show tonight.
I have no idea.
I think you'd be ready for a simple question.
I didn't travel here with policy advisors. Can I ask you? Let me ask you a question.
No, I don't think. Why don't you get a TV show and then you can ask me a question? I've asked you a simple question and you're not answering.
Why is it that you don't call Donald Trump the creepy porn president? He's the one that had sex with a 4-month-old son at home with my client without a condom.
Okay, so
but you don't want to acknowledge that.
Hold on.
You don't want to acknowledge
that.
Acknowledge it. Okay. Do you believe that he had sex with my client?
Yes, I do. I've said that on the air multiple times.
So he's lied repeatedly to the American people, and you're okay with that. You think it's okay if the president lies to the American people?
Settle down. Let me finish my question to you. What is the crime, the harm, the injury to your client by Donald Trump? As far as I understand, this was a consensual sexual relationship, and yes, I believe it occurred. I don't know that, but it seems like it did. I'm willing to believe that it did. But it seemed consensual, and then she was paid at the end of it. And yet you... And by the way, I'm not attacking Stormy Daniels. I feel sorry for her. I feel she's being exploited.
You've attacked her for 6 months.
I feel that you and others are exploiting her. So I feel bad for her. But I'm wondering what the injury is to her.
I think you demean her repeatedly, and
really?
I think you're a hypocrite.
So let me ask you what the injury. You want to talk about the case. I'm asking you the core question in the case. What is the injury to Stormy Daniels?
The injury is that the agreement that was entered into was not adhered to by Michael Cohen and Donald Trump. They did not fulfill their end of the bargain. Now, do you want to talk about the injury to the American people, the lies and the
lying. So you believe no, but you just went off on this moral lecture about how it was wrong for the president to have an adulterous affair, and I would agree with